In this video, we will discuss about pain mechanism in fibrous dysplasia. So let us first understand what is this fibrous dysplasia. Fibrous dysplasia is basically the problem related to bone, in which because of the genetic mutation in a particular gene, it leads to abnormal bone formation that might cause pain, and other problems. So in this video we will discuss what are some of the pain mechanism by we occurred. What are some of the pain mechanism occurred in fibrous dysplasia? So as we know from our previous video that during the bone formation there is a equilibrium that is maintained between bone resorption and bone formation, and osteoclast and osteoblast plays an important role for this, as this osteoclast will help in bone resorption, whereas osteoblast will help in bone formation. So people have found out that this ASIC is ASIC 1 3 are uh, are the signaling pathway that is that takes or that plays a role uh, for triggering this pain in the fibrous dysplasia. So what happens is that in the extracellular matrix between osteo in the extracellular matrix between osteoclast and bone, there is a sudden change, there is a change in the pH occur, and this change in the pH will promote this resorption process. And if this change in pH will also promote the osteoblast, whereas however if that pH is changed to a greater extent, that uh, it might leads to non-equilibrium condition, in which case the bone resorption is high compared to the bone formation. So uh, that might happen in case of fibrous dysplasia. And from the animal studies, it has been observed that ASIC1 has been formed in that condition. So it has been assumed that ASIC is plays a role during the fibrous dysplasia symptoms such as pain. And another factors that are also been found is that might also be the probable cause for the pain mechanism or the pain in fibrous dysplasia is GFR alpha 1, GFR alpha 2, or GFR alpha 3. These are also found in the animal studies when they are being studied for this fibrous dysplasia genetic mutations, or we can say the genetic mutation that cause this fibrous dysplasia. When those genetic mutations are being studied in animals, it has been found that GA, GFR alpha 1, GFR alpha 2, and GFR alpha 3 are related to or are related to the pain mechanism that is occurred in those mutated animals. And one more surprising thing that they have found is that with increase in this GDNF signal, they have found that the ASIC signal decreases. There is some kind of correlation between GDNF signal and ASIC1 signal. And this is the overview that has been shown here, that if there is pain mechanism begins at this spinal cord, then, or we can say the problem because of fibrous dysplasia occurred in the spinal cord, it might move, or this cascade effect might move to the some part of the brain that is around cerebrum or primary somatosensory cortex thalamus. This the main reason for this is the genetic mutation that has occurred that leads to this fibrous dysplasia. So one more thing that might cause problems in the osteoclast is this Sorry, is the presence of bisphosphonates, as reduce this will also reduce the bone resorption and uh, try to maintain the equilibrium between osteoblast and osteoclast. So bisphosphonates can be used in such patient in order to reduce the difference between bone formation and bone resorption. If you need to understand more about this fibrous dysplasia, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.